The next trick that I'm going to teach you today is called the Chip Twirl. And this trick looks like this. You can do it with one hand, you can do it with two hands. You can do it without looking, you can do it slow, you can do it fast. Either way, it's up to you. I'm going to teach you how to do it. As far as difficulty, it's not that difficult, but it will take a little bit of practice. I think you won't need more than a few hours, maybe 3 or 4 hours of practice, and you should be able to get it down. You do need a little dedication because there are a couple moments in this trick where it's a little hard and you might want to give up, but don't. You will be able to do it. This is pretty common. So, with that said, let's go right into the instructions. Chip Twirl. You need 3 chips, and you can use either hand. I'm going to show you with my right hand because most people are right-handed, even though that doesn't make a difference. If you're left or right-handed, you can do any trick with either hand as long as you train your hand to do it. So you start with 3 chips, and this is the position that you want to have the chips in. So kind of like that. Kind of these 2 fingers are basically your first finger and your ring finger are basically holding the coins. That's the reason why they're there. Your middle finger is just kind of there as it's going to take over in just a second. Your thumb starts this trick. What happens is you take the first and the third chip going from this side, you pull those up. Now this part is going to be a little difficult. You're going to get discouraged, but just keep practicing. You will be able to do it. So what happens is your thumb gently takes that chip, the third chip, and just kind of is about to pull it up. As soon as you release that chip and you can feel it coming up, you also grab the first chip, just like that. Okay, so the way you start this trick is to have the chips in position, like I've shown you, and this is the tricky part. You want to basically pull the first and third chip up at the same time. The way I like to do that is by starting with the third chip, because your finger is a little thicker right here than up here. So basically you just kind of weed that one out of there. As you do that, on your way up, you want to weed the first one out of there as well. It's going to be kind of difficult to do the third and first chip without getting the middle chip in there, but with enough practice you will be able to do it. So once again, you weed the third one up on your way up. As soon as it releases and you can feel it come, without bringing it up, you also grab the first chip, just like that. So when that comes up, you just pull those 2 up. Now you have this position. You have the first 2 chips in between your thumb and your first finger. Your middle finger is not doing anything at this moment, but it will. When you get to this position, you want to have your pinky take over that chip. It's easier to twist this chip with the pinky holding it. So this finger moves aside. Now you have the chip by itself in between the pinky and the first finger. Your middle finger twists that chip just like that, and then it just kind of comes right back into here. So first and third chip up, pinky takes over, the middle finger twists that chip, and as soon as it gets done twisting, it just falls right back into position to come up. So this is not a trick that you just do one time. You basically want to do it repetitive, just like that. You can do it slow, you can do it fast, you don't have to look. Eventually your fingers will be trained to the point that you never have to look at any chip trick that you do. You just keep doing it. I'm going to show you what it looks like with both fingers. It's just the same thing with both hands. After you get this one, you'll just be able to do it without even thinking about it. It's a pretty simple one. And a lot of people do it. It's a very popular one. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the Chip